Imagine walking into a room filled with strangers and feeling completely at ease, like you're about to start the best conversation of your life. Sounds impossible, right? Well, today we're diving into the art of small talk, a secret superpower that every introvert can master. And trust me, this isn't about pretending to be an extrovert. It's about embracing who you are and using your unique perspective to connect with people in a genuine way. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you've ever felt like the idea of striking up a conversation was as daunting as climbing a mountain in flip-flops, you're not alone. Small talk is the gateway to deeper connections, and yet, it can feel like a mysterious, awkward dance. Today, we're going to break it down step by step. We'll explore practical tips, share real-life examples, and sprinkle in some theory to help you understand why these techniques work. So, get comfortable, because by the end of this video, you'll be ready to transform those awkward silences into engaging, memorable interactions. Let's start at the beginning. Small talk is often misunderstood as a shallow exchange of pleasantries, but it's really the first chapter of any meaningful conversation. Every relationship, even the deepest ones, starts with a simple hello. Think of small talk as the appetizer before the main course of deep conversation. It's the chance to set a friendly tone, to show someone they matter, and to create an opening for more substantial dialogue later on. One of the most powerful tools in your small talk toolkit is active observation. This is all about really paying attention to the people around you, seeing them not as background characters, but as the main event. When you walk into a room, notice the little details, the vibrant color of someone's jacket, the book they're reading, or even the way they're fidgeting. These details are your conversation starters. Instead of memorizing a script, simply comment on what you see. For example, imagine you're at a coffee shop. Instead of the typical, "What do you do?" you might say, "I couldn't help but notice that your book looks like it's been through some epic adventures. What's the story behind it?" This approach is non-intrusive and invites the other person to share a little about themselves without feeling interrogated. Why does this work? It turns out that people have an innate desire to be seen and acknowledged. When you notice someone, you're telling them, "I see you, and you matter." This simple act of observation taps into basic human psychology. It eases the pressure on both sides. You're not forced to perform or deliver a clever one-liner. You're just engaging naturally. This technique is not about being overly charming or witty. It's about genuine curiosity and kindness. Let's bring this to life with a few scenarios. Picture yourself at a party where you're feeling a bit overwhelmed. You see someone wearing a quirky tie with tiny rubber ducks. Instead of letting self-doubt creep in, approach with a smile and say, "That's a tie that truly quacks me up. There's got to be a fun story behind it, right?" This not only breaks the ice, but does so with a bit of humor, making it memorable. Or consider a work meeting where tension might be running high. You notice a colleague glancing at the clock. Rather than ignoring it, a light-hearted comment like, "That clock seems to be ticking louder than usual today. Are we all just waiting for the weekend?" can diffuse the mood and create a shared moment of levity. One of the biggest hurdles for introverts is the fear of awkward silences. Here's the secret. Not every attempt at small talk will lead to a long conversation, and that's perfectly okay. Embrace the pauses. Silence is not a failure. It's a natural part of communication. It gives both parties time to reflect and decide whether to continue the dialogue. Remember, it's all about giving the other person space to engage if they want to. Now, how do you get better at this? Start small. Challenge yourself to put your phone down and observe the world around you. Practice by commenting on everyday details. That's a really bold color choice for your jacket. Or, your coffee order looks like it's in a league of its own today. With time, these observations will become second nature, and your confidence will soar. Another tip is to practice in low-pressure environments. Start in familiar places like your local coffee shop or a community event. The more you practice, the easier it will become. And soon you'll realize that the fear of small talk was just a mental barrier. There's also a theoretical side to this practice. Think of communication as a dance. Every step, every move, and every pause is part of a natural rhythm. When you're in sync with that rhythm, when you're truly present, you're not just making small talk, you're creating an authentic connection. This idea is supported by theories in psychology that emphasize the importance of presence and mindfulness in communication. By focusing on the moment, you reduce anxiety and open the door to meaningful exchanges. In summary, mastering small talk isn't about transforming into someone you're not. It's about leveraging your natural curiosity and kindness to make genuine connections. Remember to practice active observation, use humor to break the ice, and embrace silence when it comes. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn, to connect, and to grow. Thank you for watching. If you found these tips helpful, please hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more motivational insights and practical advice. Until next time, keep being curious, keep being kind, and most importantly, keep talking.